Wow. I know you shoot a lot of film.
Yeah.
Is this
That's a black and white film picture.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your love and passion for film, because I know you're a huge advocate of shooting with film. And guys, I'm talking about 35 millimeter photo, like film.
Yeah, I think we'll go through some film stuff, but
Okay.
I think the biggest thing to take away right away is film is not a cure for like bad digital photography. I think some people will be taking pictures and just not be happy with the way the pictures are looking, and then we'll try something else, like start shooting film, or they'll see other things that are getting popular or whatever. And yeah, film is just a different format, a different medium of image capturing.
Absolutely. That's beautiful.
But it still comes down to image capturing. So
yes,
we'll kind of go through that.
Okay, cool. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, let's just kind of go through some of the portraits. Wow. Just like, to me, I've always loved pictures of people, and this was a story about local fashion designers. But yeah.
Could you give me on this one a little bit of like context? Because I know you shoot a lot of editorial, and it looks like you offset a little bit to the right, allowing for maybe some copy.
Yeah.
Or some different things. Can you explain to our viewers here a little bit about that process? Because I shot this way many times, but to the person just shooting landscapes or different things, they don't always think in this certain way. But explain your thought process shooting for editorial or commercially, to like explain just a little bit of that process.
One of the hugest things, and it took me a really long time to learn this, is when somebody hires you or asks you to take a picture for them, they have a certain need and the vision for that picture, where it's going to end up. Like, now I got better with communicating, like, oh, what's the picture going to be for, or whatever. Because I used to just shoot a picture on what I thought looked cool. Back in the viewfinder, or like the film that I got back, like, oh, this looks great as is, like, cool. Finished, good job. But the more you realize you're shooting for other people, like, they need something for print, so you got to leave some negative space here, or they need something for web, or it's just going to be a banner. So in the end, it's only going to be like a this crop, and like, oh, it has to be vertical because it's a one-page ad, so a page is this way.
So working with the client, I mean, that's huge.
It's big, and you really want to understand what you're shooting for before you start shooting.
And then you can do your creative.
Yeah. As long as you know, because like you could get a million good photos that are all horizontal, whatever, and then the client will come back and be like, great, but do you have one good vertical photo?
And then you're trying to crop and make it work, whereas so working with the client is paramount. Once you figure out what your client wants, what your client's needs are, whether it's commercial, editorial, anything like that, that's where then your creativity can come in. That's where you can take it to the next. You do what they've asked, you do that, and then you take it beyond your wildest dreams and make it. And that's why you're hired. That's why you're utilized across the state and world, like for commercial work in this way. So let's just jump onto that next image and just look at a few different ones here as we go.
This was a story we did on Mark Cunningham, a body surfer who is also doing art now. But this was one of my favorite photos, just because it was I got in the water for the story, and I knew it was going to be a page, like a full page this way, or a cover. If you're shooting for a cover, you want to shoot horizontal too. So yeah, so let's see, another one that my favorite jobs are the ones that I can get in the ocean for. This is a story we did, one of the magazines Flex did, on Wayne Levin, who is just one of the most amazing water photographers in the world. I mean, he is the one who got me into black and white film photography in the water, just seeing his stuff. So it was funny being, like, people ask all the time, like, as a photographer, like, what I don't like shooting, or how nervous I get, or what's the worst shoot, or whatever. And I'm telling you, like, the most nervous I ever got was maybe shooting, like, imagine having to shoot your hero, or shooting somebody who's a photographer. It's the hardest thing, because you wondering, like, is this guy looking at the way I shoot and criticizing the way I shoot? But Wayne really liked the photos, which was the hugest compliment.
Did you shoot this on the Nikonos?
I did both. Yeah. Okay. So I think this was a digital photograph, but that whole session we did some Nikonos photos and some digital ones too. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay, so we'll kind of transition. Like, a lot of people are like, well, maybe I love photography, but I don't like taking pictures of people. I just don't like people. And there's so many people out there like that. Just like, I understand that. Like, some people don't like talking to people. And as a photographer, you can get into a world where you don't need to really, you have to deal with a client, but you don't have to take pictures of people. There's pictures of everything. So this was just a an ad we did for Bar Leather Apron, a bar. So Justin Park, the bartender, is in this photo, but we'll go to the next one. Technically, I mean, what we went on the shoot was for is drink photos.
Beautiful,
you know, it's a beautiful bar. They make amazing drinks. So the photo shoot, I was hired to just take pictures of drinks, and we'll go to one more. Like that's a job. Like just think about it. Next time you sit down in a restaurant, you look at the menu. There's photos of drinks. There's photos of food. Somebody got paid to do that, and like maybe that could be your alleyway of like, cool.
That's your passion.
Yeah, I don't like taking pictures of people. I love taking pictures of stuff. Like
stuff.
Yeah,
drinks. Did you get to drink them all after?
No.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I had to make sure they were all in focus first. So. Yeah, and then the last one, as like a work story, like I say, like there are weddings, there's commercial stuff where there's a demand, and there's also a lot of like magazine stuff where it's a story. You're trying to tell a story, you know. So whether it's dealing with people or with stuff, there is an outlet for that, and I just love to be able to try it all.
Yeah.
And you'll find something that you really love. Like you realize if you love taking pictures of people, it'll come naturally to you. If you love taking pictures of stuff, it'll come naturally to you. This was a story in Flux magazine we did about a migration of birds, and this is up in Haleakala. So it's we were testing birds and releasing them. That was like a photo that I really liked.
Amazing.
Yeah, we'll just kind of go through that. And then, so the whole fun-tographer thing.
Is that the coronavirus, Sean?
This is the start.
Yeah, jeez.
Highly documented. But no, I was just fortunate enough, like when I got into photography, it was right before cell phones. You know, it was around 99, 2000. Nobody really had cell phones. So all I did every day was I went to work, and then after work, I just hung out with my friends. And then I had a film camera, I had a camera, and all I wanted to do was take pictures of my friends hanging out. Whether we were just like hanging out in the parking lot, skateboarding, or whatever. That's how I really got into photography, and I realized what cameras can do. Like a lot of it was taking pictures at night, where you had to do long exposures, you know, like everybody worked for the day, so all the time we hang out at night. So I think if you have a group of friends, I think you should be the one that is like, for me, it was like, I want to be the one who's just capturing the memories. Like, one friend does this, my friends do this, and I'll hang out. I just want to be the one who captures memories. And that was always my drive of why I got into photography. Like, I want to just remember all my friends and all the things we did. And then we'll go to the next one. It's like, so I just took pictures over and over again where I had ideas, and then you had a good friend who was always willing to be in your photos, right? Like, gotcha. So hopefully everybody has a friend like that where you're just like, you can always just go out and shoot with. Like, I have an idea, like, I don't know why would I have the idea anyway of like, let's put pancakes on your head and whatever. So once we did the pancakes, we went to the next one. I was like, okay, cool. Pancakes look pretty cool. Like, I love that breakfast portrait.
Let's go to this series, right?
Yeah, let's do
Oh yeah, definitely.
Those were my two favorite ones. We did like, okay, what about we just put cereal on your head, and then what if we do this?
Yeah.
There's no
cow.
reason not to take photos sometimes. Just like, if you have the idea, just try it, and hopefully, to me, this was like, the best times hanging out with my friends, just like experimenting with new photos and stuff like that.
Wow.
And like I said, so a lot of times we were only free at night, so I was just constantly experimenting with lighting and night exposures and stuff you can do at night with artificial lights, like flashlights, whatever. This is Steve Aoki that just happened to be stopping by our campsite at Bellows. So we, just steel wool, some lights, and it was just like a fun. There's no reason for the photo. It was just fun to do. So don't think that every photo needs to go somewhere. If it's fun to take the photo, that's the point. Like, I just want to have fun taking the photo. I don't really care about.
It makes you happy.
Yeah, where it ends up, who looks at it, whatever. Like, you should be taking photos for yourself, like for having fun when you're not, hiding others.
Right. Awesome.
So this is another example of light painting or long exposures at night. It's just something everybody can do.
How long would your exposure be on something like this?
I just put it on bulb and I have a release thing.
Okay.
This is probably about a minute.
Okay. Wow, that's wild.
You just set it up, and with a flashlight or whatever, you can just draw around. It's just super fun. Like, people should try just so they know that, like, oh, that thing can do other things.
Right.
Cool. Yeah. And then we got more explicit with it and just tried more stuff. We just treat somebody.
Your thinking is just wild, your brain, your creativity.
every now and then I'll think of something and I'll draw it first. I'll draw a picture like, oh, I wonder if this could be a picture. Like I'll draw it out. Like I wonder if that's possible. Like if I do that. And
can you maybe next time you share all of those here? So yeah, we're only the drawing. So we'll only do drawings from John Hook in his.
One of the light painting drawings I had, I remember when I was at work before, kind of ball job. When I first got into light painting, I don't know why I thought of this. I was like, what if I just go into a bathroom and I just draw everybody peeing? I never went around and shot that picture, but I don't even know why I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, so maybe not.
Wow, I love that one. We use that to promote the talk here.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
think
just
eventually,
F
every type of photography that I get into, whether it's light painting, long exposure, whatever, I find a way to get it into the water at this point. Now that I'm able to have a camera that can go in the water and stuff like that, I just love getting along with stuff.
So it looks like the lights behind the surfer. I assume this is Waikiki.
It's like the best place night surf.
Yep. Okay.
Not that many sharks.
Okay, not that many sharks. John, are you using a remote triggered, or is this a static light, or what is going on here? So we just kind of can give the viewers
the light
some.
is coming from a flash or speed light or whatever you want to call it in somebody else's housing. So I'm taking pictures from.
Okay, John's gonna show the gear.
I have my camera in a waterproof housing, right?
Okay.
And then so I have my camera in here. Then I also have a remote for an off-camera flash, and the flash.
Oh, you have that in.
Housing.
You have the remote in here.
Yeah.
Geez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So when somebody's swimming by,
so they're like your assistant in the water, basically your light stand, but in the water, swimming. Okay, killer. Get over there.
Yeah. And then,
swim deeper.
It's just timing and just like a little more exposure with the on-camera flash, but it was just a super fun way to just get out and try something new.
Wow, beautiful.
This was another night surfing photo. It's just like I said, I just love taking pictures at night and like experimenting with what the camera can do. Waikiki is the best place to do it. It's so bright. Sometimes you don't need the off-camera flash or whatever. You could just there's so much light coming off the building.
That's incredible.
Super fun.
Holy cow!
This was the little.
Is that your brain? That is your brain in a photograph. This is John Hook's brain CAT scan.
It's just. It's like a drawing. It's just like it's funny because photography can go so bad when you have an idea and then you try to do it and it sucks. Sometimes you have an idea and you try and it works. So this was a mix of like a long exposure in the water, and then there was an off-camera flash that lit my friend.
You're telling us your thought process and creative process and how you really do go further to get these shots, but from the creative to the experimental stage to actually seeing an image like this, what are the kind of is it many times shooting, you might get lucky on this one, how many times kind of a thing like that? What is the process on something like that? Because what you see here, it could be either just straight, you're very talented as well, but luck.
Yeah.
Or it could be over 3-4 nights that you have shot this and you got something of that sort.
It's a pretty good mix because a lot of times it's pure luck. And
it's
so weird when people are like, I don't know how to do that. Like, we're black. I just press it. But sometimes you'll take a photo of something and it's close.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, actually, that was pretty good. It would have been better if somebody was standing here and then this. And then you can go try it again, right? If you have a base idea of what you want something to look like, sometimes you'll nail it. Sometimes you won't. Somebody asked, I saw.
Is that someone? Yeah, you're using a remote flash with the assistant. How far away can you be with your remote assistant?
So I think I realized that. So I've had some pretty cheap versions of these remote triggers, and then with fresh batteries, you can go above water. You go good 30 yards.
Okay.
Be oh, try it over here. Whatever.
Just keep going deeper in the ocean.
It's weird. Yeah, the ocean's so weird. You're kind of floating around. And you're trying to figure out stuff while you can't see anything. Sometimes it works up to 10, 20 feet, and then sometimes it won't work right next to each other.
Yeah, I've done a lot of remote flash too, and I find the water cuts it almost instantly. Even a wave, you kind of could balance it and you kind of could get around it, but if the wave's a little too high, you're losing that remote trigger on that for the radio frequency, which is a bummer, but that's what makes these so special. This is one of my favorite images of yours, John, and what the heck is going on in here? Tell the people.
So we were night surfing one night. It wasn't raining, and then it did start raining. And so one of the, the first time I saw car headlights, you see car headlights and it start raining.
Yeah.
Rain looks cool with the light on it, So as soon as it started raining when we were surfing, I already had the idea in my head. Like, oh my gosh,
Get over there.
yeah, if we backlight the rain, it might look cool. It might look cool. So I was shooting my camera, and then my friend Chris was swimming with his.
Bring it all.
So my friend Chris was swimming with this setup right here. So this whole thing's waterproof. Camera's waterproof. This is a flash.
This is film.
Yep, this is a film camera. So my friend Chris. So he had this all set up too. He was taking pictures as well. I was like, Chris, go behind AJ, and then there's a way to just like click the flash.
Can I see the weight on that thing?
Yeah. So don't let it hit your head.
Don't let it hit me.
So I had my friend swim with the flash behind my friend who was surfing, and then I did a long swim, maybe like 4 seconds or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I clicked the button. I was like, okay, pop it, and then he popped the flash. And then yeah, I was shooting digital, and I looked at it on the back. I was like, oh my god, it's like the craziest thing I've ever seen. It was like I was psyched. I was psyched because I didn't think that's what we were.
But those are the moments, I feel. Those are the ones that we look for. Those like serendipitous moments and things that we've been, and I talk a lot about like being prepared for the moments, knowing your equipment in that you knew that you could hold it open, you could bulb it, you could do these different things, but that's being comfortable with your equipment. Because if you weren't and you took this out for the first time, you're like, how the hell do we do it? And they're twisting things in the dark trying to do it. That's not the moment to be learning.
Yeah.
You want to be very comfortable with your equipment. And I'm sure you've used it on land multiple times. You've learned those settings. You've done those. You've experimented. And then there's luck. And then finding yourself in that situation. Oh my God, this is it to do it. All those pieces go together. And that's what you see in this image right here. So let's just jump on to the next one there and see, but that's just absolutely gorgeous. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Between Sets. Make sure to like and subscribe to be tuned in on all future episodes. Thank you.